Hello everybody, welcome back. Let's have a look at EOS then on this video, and obviously going to have a quick overview of Bitcoin. So Bitcoin is still looking pretty bullish, to be honest with you, still looking pretty bullish. It's slowly pushing up, slowly but surely, towards the $60,000 mark. Psychologically, I suppose $60,000 is something. My personal target had already been met with Bitcoin, which is about 54 to I suppose 55, so we've kind of surpassed that now. If we look at the weekly, quite exposed on the weekly here, so wouldn't surprise me if there was a pullback at some point. But you know, if there is a pullback, I don't think it's going to be anything significant. The CME closure is around about this level, around about here, about 55 to 56 thereabouts. So those sort of things don't really mean a great deal anymore. But I mean that is the case. That's where CME is closed. So overall, Bitcoin is the one that's pushing at the moment. We can look at the Bitcoin dominance just very briefly. We've got this trend line here where we've been rejected from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's basically forming a descending triangle of some form, and even though it is just the Bitcoin dominance chart, it is bearish still, and I would expect it to be rejected. However, Bitcoin still looks relatively strong. Now, on that last dump last night, which it wasn't massive, but it was big for some of these alts. Some of these alts did get wrecked on the 15-minute chart. What am I doing to myself? On the hourly chart, we saw a dump down here, and basically just a spring straight back up to essentially make a new all-time high again this morning. So there's a lot of people trying to buy this, a lot of people trying to long this, and personally, it probably does have a little bit further to go. As far as alts are concerned, if we're looking at this chart alone, on this daily chart, the Bitcoin dominance has, and it looks like it wants to close above the center of this Bollinger Band. So if that is the case, then we may end up moving up towards the 200 or the 50 exponential moving average before a rejection. So alts may end up feeling a little bit of pain in the midterm, especially if Bitcoin dumps. It will certainly feel that. Anyway, talking about altcoins, let's carry on with EOS, the EOS journey. Alright, so EOS journey began down here in the accumulation zone and finally broke out of here, and we've remained above the accumulation zone. So this is our first step of the bullish trend forming, right? So on the daily, we're looking all right. We went really crazy bullish here, and now we're, I suppose, consolidating from blowing over this top. This is our area of resistance. Where did that trend line just go? This area of resistance here corresponds to this level here, and obviously that's proven to be a little bit of an issue. But I'm not too fussed about that at all. It's still very bullish in my opinion. So this looks like it wants to turn down, and maybe it will. Maybe we'll get another attempt to buy it down here around about $4.25. I doubt it though, but that all depends on Bitcoin and whether Bitcoin wants to behave or not. Really, what we're kind of looking at is this moving average here, the 10 exponential, where we're being supported every single day now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Basically ending up being some ascending wedge formation, where we'll finally work out which way it wants to go. A breakdown and closure down from here will probably bring us down to this moving average, nothing too significant, and a breakout should inevitably lead us up to... Where's it gone? Where has it gone? Right, this is just very annoying. I did have targets in here. I don't know what's going on today. Binance is showing its true colours. Which is around about here, around $7, right? So that would be a nice move. If we break out of there, we should sail up to $7 easy enough. That's 31% move. I'm not saying that that's going to happen immediately, but breaking above here will have that power to do that. The moving averages would all permit that, and the oscillators are cooling down in a nice way, so they would also permit that move if as and when it breaks out of there. So I'm not too fussed about us cooling off around this area. You can call it a bull flag if you like, call it whatever it is. It's basically just support and resistance of moving averages and the resistance trend line from all the way back down here last year, basically a year ago, before the March crash. So this is the situation with EOS, and I'm pretty bullish on it as well. Also, something we've been waiting for a very, very, very long time is this conversion baseline cross Ichimoku cloud, which we still don't have yet. We still don't have that. I would expect, unless we had a dramatic crash, which can always happen, and Sundays are notorious for it, this will take place this time, and this would be a bullish situation, a big one, because it would be a continuation of a bullish trend on the weekly, which would then start to show that this is the stair-stepping mirror image of what we were expecting. Some people took, I suppose, not offence to the mirror image that I drew. So I said, look, this is something I've always expected to take place with EOS. We draw a line down the middle of it, and we're going to see a mirror image. I don't mean it's going to be exact and perfect with times and dates and minutes and everything. What I'm saying is the shape of this will begin to become a mirror image. I've said this from before. I don't like. Some people are just very literal people, alright? So when I'm giving you an example of what I expect to happen from it, I don't literally mean put a mirror on the screen and then you will be able to see perfect entry points and perfect exit points. What I'm saying, I'm giving you an example of how this chart is likely to form over the next few months and probably the rest of the year, which is stair step up, consolidation, stair step up, consolidation, stair step up. I know the majority of you understand what I'm saying, but I do get the odd comment here and there going, but if you drew a mirror, just calm down, alright? It's just an example to allow you to picture what it is that I'm seeing, because obviously all this is just a blank area. No one really knows what's going on, but I have used my imagination and the power of technical analysis to come up with an analogy, which would be to draw a mirror line down here and expect the chart to go up as this went down. Alright, so probably wasted a fair bit too much time on that analogy, but you understand what I mean. So the EOS journey is still underway, no problems with it at all. And in fact, we'll see where we close this weekend. So 12 hours from now, 11 hours basically from now, and if we get this cross, I'll be very excited and very bullish. Doesn't mean it can't dump back down, it just means that we've got a very, very good situation with the conversion baseline making that cross on a weekly, which usually means long-term continuation move over a weekly time frame. Alright, anyway, I'll leave it with you there, and thank you for watching. Hope you have a nice weekend and take it easy.